Family as well as colleagues have gathered at Wanderers Stadium to bid farewell to a radio legend, Mthobeli Casey August, who is buried today. His death has been described as a loss not only to the entertainment industry but also to the nation as well. I am joined now by one of his mentors, Mr. Zolani Pongo. Sir, thank you very much for your time. We understand that you've worked with Casey for quite a long time and you've mentored him when he started doing primetime shows. Talk to us about the kind of person that Casey was.
Very naughty, but he was a very difficult person. But you know what, on a positive note, brilliant, very creative, very free-willed, and he revolutionized broadcast. Mthobeli brought some life into our broadcast. It's not that we were sleeping, but I mean those who were sleeping during the broadcast, those who were complacent and all of that stuff. When Mthobeli came around, everybody just woke up because he just brought some breath of fresh air into the industry of broadcast, whether it's radio or television. But he excelled on radio because he had some creativity that not everyone had. In fact, not everyone, but I think he was just one of a kind. He had something within himself. I mean, he had no experience of radio, but when he came into the radio, there was some revolution, and he just came in, and it's like he was there for ages. He was unafraid. He was not scared to take on, even management, even the colleagues and everybody. Mthobeli was creative, and I think I did like him because he spoke his heart out. He spoke his mind out. It's no use, being complacent and sitting down whilst you're suffering and all of that stuff. But it's a sad story that we have lost him in his age, and we have lost him whilst I think we needed people of his caliber. But you know what? There's nothing we can do. I can only say, may his soul rest in peace, and to his family and friends and everybody. We have lost a giant of a broadcast. We all loved Mthobeli, difficult as he was, but I think, my goodness, he was just one of a kind.
You took him through when he was doing afternoon drive. I mean, his first show, you did that with him.
Yeah, his first show, I remember that. He was sweating, he was nervous, but after 2-3 minutes, I mean, for me, for instance, it took me for almost like the whole show when I started. But when I was with him in his very first show, oh my word, he just took it and he ran away with it. He was just like he was now the one who was mentoring me. And I had to say, no, hang on a second, I'm the one, not you, the other way around. But as I say, he wasn't scared. He took the challenge. And I think he really knew that this was something he wanted to have. It was his dream, and he really wanted. He was hungry for that. And I mean, after that show, I didn't come to the studio. I just said to my managers, this man is ready. And he was ready. And look where he ended.
He was also defiant.
Very defiant indeed. I mean, he had another stint. Not everybody gets, a second chance. But he did get a second chance. I remember I'm the one who recommended that he be reinstated because he was booted out for his defiance, and because we went for a survey and the listeners out there, they had one common voice: we want Casey back. So management had no option. It doesn't happen everywhere. I mean, corporate, even public service, you don't get that second chance. But he got the second chance because of the public demand. Everybody wanted Casey back. And we had to fight for him. We pleaded his case, and he was back with the SABC. But guess what? Defiant again. And unfortunately, no third chance.
And I'm sure he was an inspiration as well to those who wanted to be in the industry.
Oh yes. I mean, if you look at the social media these days, everybody who loved Mthobeli, they always talk about what he did. Some others were still at school. They would never miss the 3 to 6 slot. Everybody's talking about the way he started his show, the way he had his creativity within the show, where when he closed the show, he had a lot of things in one show. I mean, that 3 hours was full of everything. Sometimes it could be annoying for us as managers, because I mean, you can't have a serial within the 3 to 6 slot. But Mthobeli managed to do that, and how he got away, it's hard to understand. But he just did that. As I say, he was unique. He had a way of explaining himself even when he was at fault. So, without condoning what shouldn't be done on air, But my word, Mthobeli just had his way and he could get away with it. But the main thing is that he was an entertainer, he was a freewheeler, he was a creative.
And the station is here now to pay tribute to him.
Look, I'm very happy that the station, and I'm still part of the station, I'm happy that the station is here, the people that he worked with, and I'm happy to have this opportunity. I wrote a letter on his memorial. I'm still going to do that today. We're doing it from our hearts. There's only one reason for that. Mthobeli was a wonderful person. If you had to deep down think of what he has done for all of us in South Africa, in the industry as a whole, Mthobeli was a legend. That is why we're here today.
All right, thank you very much, sir. That is Mr. Zolani Bongo, who worked very closely with Casey, saying that Casey was indeed a wonderful person to work with, although he was defiant, but was very creative as well, was not afraid to speak up about the issues that he's not happy with, and was also the kind of person who was willing to go beyond the limits to make sure that people enjoy radio.